Hello, trading is closed on April 10th, 2017. Over the weekend, I said I thought Friday's action was negative, and unless we gapped up and promptly took out this high and preferably this one, that lower prices would print. Well, we gapped up and promptly took out those highs, so the call was killed right away, but we couldn't hold on to this high. After breaking out to a new high, not only couldn't we hold on to these highs, we couldn't hold on to any of these highs in the whole pattern. It's a negative formation unless we invalidate it by having a gap up and promptly taking out this high. Now, we didn't hold on to this low either, but it isn't a new low. Doesn't have the same implication. During the day, MEJT said ultimately both lower and higher prices would print. When they printed, it identified the moves as false. Ultimate sells and buys in the same pattern usually lead to wishy-washy trade, and that's what happened, so no help from that. Well, tomorrow's daily pattern tends to hit a low in the first hour of trading and usually rallies throughout the rest of the day. So if we're going to break down tomorrow, it should be early. There's a chance that's going to happen, which we'll go over, but it isn't a lock. Now, this is what I think is going on. Here's this big trend line. We keep hugging it. Eventually, when you hug it for this long, you expect it to break. Only question is when. Here's bar 13 of a sequential sell signal. It should typically be over number 8, but there is a variation where it doesn't have to be. We could still go higher, break number 8, but if this works, it should lead to a pretty good drop because we have a similar formation on the daily chart. Well, it didn't take much to revamp the count that I had. I still think we have 5 waves down here. If that's A, and that's ABC right over here, then C is 0.618 times A. This C is equal to this A, and the whole wave 2 is 50% of wave 1. So we have good Fibonacci resistance right over here. Now, is there a way to count this to make it compatible with a drop coming up? I think there is. Okay, here's where we stand now. Here's 2. If you look at a 1-minute chart, you'll see each of these waves divides into 5s. So we have 5 waves down for 1. If this is ABC for A, and ABC for B, B is a 0.382% retracement, and that's C, ABC for C. C is equal to half of this A. So it's a plausible count for this to be 1, this to be 2, and 3 coming up. Here's what I'm hoping to see. Not that one. Let's say this is wave A and that's B. If I'm right about this being 1 and this being 2, if wave big green C down has a Fibonacci relationship with this A, with this being 61.8 and that being 100, if that's true, then wave C would end about 2303, and this wave 1 would be around 38.2% of green C. It would be a very pretty picture if that happened, and to have it happen tomorrow, we should gap down, make a big move down right at the open. So I think we're going to break lower at some point. There's a good case to be made for it to happen with a big drop at tomorrow's open. But if it doesn't happen right at the open, the odds are good tomorrow isn't the day. And that's today's call.